Hello, and welcome to this presentation about the Year 9 options for St Anthony's Girls' School for the year 2022. My name is Mr. Michael McDonough. I'm the Curriculum Deputy here at St Anthony's, and I'm going to be taking you through the choices that your daughter has for her studies into Key Stage 4 next year. All the students will follow a core curriculum of subjects. They will all study mathematics, English language, English literature, religious studies, science, be that either the 3 separate science route or the Trilogy 2 award route. Which one your daughter will take will be decided at some point during year 10, once we have taught part of the GCSE specification. They will all have general PE lessons, and they will all have a careers education information and guidance lessons, a SIAG lesson. There are 3 pathways through Key Stage 4, and the following slides will tell you about these 3 pathways. We will be informing you through your daughter of which pathway she has been placed upon, and their options will be dictated by which route they are following. Pathway 1 is for approximately 15% of the year group. They will follow a course in additional English and Maths, which will allow them to support their learning in their GCSE English and Maths and hopefully achieve a higher grade. And they will follow a course in GCSE Photography. These 2 elements are compulsory for them, but they do then have 2 options. They have the option of a technology course to follow and a guided choice to follow. Students will not follow a modern foreign language. The additional Maths and English are 2 hours of Maths and 2 hours of English a fortnight, and as I've already said, this is to support their learning of GCSE Maths, GCSE English. The importance of those 2 subjects will be for them in future to try and get them up to that grade 4 achievement which they need. The GCSE Photography is a lovely little course, 50% coursework. Students will build up a portfolio of work, taking portraits of each other, portraits of landscapes, computer manipulation of these images. Parents do not have to buy photography equipment. The equipment for all of this is provided by the Academy. Although students can use their own mobile phones to capture photographic images and bring them into school and use them as part of their portfolio. Students on this course are usually very successful. They must then choose a technology. They can choose from product design, food technology, or textiles. And we ask them on their application form for what they want to do to indicate a rank order, 1, 2, or 3. We usually are able to give everyone their first choice. Occasionally, we have to give a student a second choice, but we only do that with full consultation with the child and explaining the reasons why. We hope that to give every student their first choice. The guided choice for Pathway 1 students is the list of subjects shown below. This is a mixture of BTECs and GCSEs. There is a BTEC Technical Award in Enterprise, BTEC Child Development and BTEC First Award in Sport, and GCSE Art, GCSE Music, GCSE Geography and GCSE History. The BTECs and the GCSEs are of equal weighting in the eyes of employers and of further education institutions, including our sixth form, and the students are required to pick one choice from this list. Pathway 2 again covers approximately 15% of the year group. These students will study GCSE Photography in replacing their modern foreign language, and they will have to take option choices around humanities, technology, and guided choices. As I spoke about on Pathway 1, the GCSE Photography is 50% coursework, the students building up a portfolio of work, and then the equipment that they require is provided by the Academy, although they are free to bring in images taken on their own equipment or on mobile phones to use to supplement this portfolio of work with things from around their neighbourhoods rather than just things around the school. The option choices as are humanities, technology and guided choice. We'll go through these on the next slide. The technology pathway, exactly the same as pathway 1. Students have a choice of 3 technologies. We expect them to do one of them, and we ask them to put them in a rank order. And as I said earlier, we hope that every student will get their first choice. Occasionally we might not, but we would hope to give every student their first choice technology. If it doesn't happen that way, we will talk to the student, we'll talk to parents and explain reasons why, and come to an arrangement to try and get the options that the student wants. The humanities and guided choice list of subjects for pathway 2 is shown on the screen. It's similar to the guided pathway for pathway 1, with the addition of computer science. Again, students are strongly advised to pick at least one humanity of geography or history, and then another subject to go with it to complete their full choice. Pathway 3 covers approximately 70% of the year group, the major part of it. All students will continue studying their modern foreign language in either French or Spanish, and they will have options around humanities, technology, and a guided choice. The humanity pathway for 3 is quite tight. All students on pathway 3 must choose one of geography or history. It is possible to do both, and a small minority of students do choose this. They pick whichever they don't pick as their humanity choice, they pick within their guided choice. The technology pathway for pathway 3 is the same as the other pathways. 3 subjects: product design, food and textiles, put in a rank order, and as I've already said, we hope to give every student their first choice, and where that cannot be possibly happening, we will talk to the student, we'll talk to parents. The open choice is as on the screen. It's as was the previous ones, but with the computer science, and now the option of an additional modern foreign language. If your daughter is studying French, she may want to do Spanish as well, and that can be done by picking it within here, so she would have 2 languages. It is not possible to pick a language from this block and therefore not continue with the language they are already doing. That is not possible. They have to continue with the language they've been doing for the past 3 years, and this is just an additional modern foreign language class on the side. Again, geography and history in here. If you've picked geography or history as your fixed humanity choice, it is possible to pick the other one within this option block as well. Factors that affect the final choice. What factors could affect the final choice which are beyond your control? Well, first of all, if a subject has low recruitment numbers. So, for example, in the past, occasionally, French GCSE, Spanish GCSE, and computer science have not had enough numbers. They've only had 1 or 2 people opting to follow that course, and therefore it's not a good situation to have only 1 or 2 students following a course, and so therefore that course would not run. If this happened, I would contact the student, and I would contact the student's parents to inform them this is the situation, and obviously it's something that's beyond their control, and offer them a free choice of another subject. But if they don't recruit enough numbers, then we can't really run a course. The other situation which might affect is if we feel that a student's guided choice in particular is not appropriate, then, because we don't feel that they will be a success at that course when there are other things they were much better at, we will look to offer the students another choice. But again, we would talk to parents about this and explain our reasoning behind it. This doesn't happen a lot because most students do make appropriate choices for the subjects that match their skills. On the website, on the options page, there is a link to a PDF document which has full information about all subjects studied in year 10. and takes you through even the core subjects like maths and English and science, which there are no options around, but also the details about all the optional subjects such as the BTEC, childcare, the geography, the history, the computer science, lots of information about those subjects, which hopefully you will read before making your choices. I now want to talk about deadlines and changing minds. We have placed the deadline of Tuesday the 29th of March 2022 as the day for all forms to be handed back into school. They can be handed in via the tutor, who will then pass them on to the head of year, who will then collate them all and pass them on to me as the curriculum deputy. Then it becomes my responsibility to take what the 240 students in the year want to do and to build a timetable around them. And that's where it gets really complicated. And for that reason, what we say is that it's not possible for students to change their minds after that date of Tuesday, the 29th of March. Nor is it possible for students to just change their mind when they return in September and October of year 10. We build a timetable around what the students tell us they want now. That timetable is very complicated. Nearly 1,500 students across 3 key stages, covering A-levels and GCSEs, as well as Key Stage 3. And it's quite often, it's just not possible to have people chop and change. Class sizes are limited, especially in things like technology for health and safety reasons, and people can't just move around. So for that reason, it is important that students and parents take every opportunity over the next month to talk to one another, to talk to teachers, to talk to subject leaders, and to actually make sure that they make the correct choice. Your daughter will have done some work in careers, education, information and guidance lessons earlier in the year about possibilities and careers, and in fact they'll have received information about that for the last 3 years. And it's important then that if they have a query about what courses are needed for which things, that they do talk to their SIAG teacher, their careers, education, information and guidance teacher, or they talk to Mrs. Jackson, the careers lead for the school, and that they get every piece of opportunity to do so. If you wish to speak to teachers about the suitability of your daughter to follow their course, there's obviously the option to do that at Parents' Night, the virtual Parents' Evening, in early March. If you're unable to speak to the teacher at that point, then please do contact that teacher via the school email system with inquiries, and make an arrangement to speak to that teacher outside of the school day, so that they can perhaps speak to you as a telephone call and give you the advice you need and to answer the questions you require. For those subjects which aren't taught, Key Stage 3, there will be opportunities for your daughter to speak to people connected with those courses, and presentations will be made in assembly times about those courses so they understand what these new courses are all about. But again, if you yourself want to talk to somebody about that, please do get in contact with the school, and we'll put you in contact with the correct person who will be able to talk to you about those courses if there's information you require. A reminder that lots of information about all the courses can be found in the guide referenced on the last slide, which is found on the website. And also on the website, there are a series of video presentations, just short video presentations to give you a flavour and a taste of what the courses are that you can choose from. There aren't any for the compulsory courses such as maths and English, but for the things such as art and modern foreign languages as an additional foreign language, and geography and history, there are short videos just explaining a bit about the courses as well, and it's important that you look through those as well and understand what each course is about. So if you have any questions, just to summarize on this slide, who can we speak to? Well, if you have any queries all about the process of applying, and if you don't understand what you have to do, then you would contact myself, Mr. McDonald, as Deputy Head, and I will take you through that process of what you have to do. If the queries are about your daughter's suitability to study courses, then there are a number of people you can talk to. Your first port of call should be your daughter's teacher in a particular subject. So you want to, for example, should my daughter choose geography or history, you would want to talk to their geography teacher and their history teacher about their suitability for both. Then that may give a clear indication of, yes, they're stronger in history than geography. It may be a case that they say they're equally strong in both, and then you'd have to make a decision between which one of the two you do if you had to make a decision. Subject leaders and teachers for new subjects. So if you're interested in any of the subjects which aren't taught at Key Stage 3, then do get in touch with the subject leaders for those subjects at the school. If you need any help, Mrs. Elliott, the assistant Key Stage leader, will be available to give you help and pointers. She might be able to put you in contact with the relevant person who could best speak to you about any issues, any questions you have. Similarly, Mrs. Tomlin, the Key Stage lead for Key Stage 3, and Miss Presswood, the Key Stage leader for Key Stage 4, would also be able to help as well. And obviously, you will always have access to your daughter's tutor, who again would be able to put you in contact with the relevant person. So there's lots of people here, lots of suggestions of who you could get in touch with should you want to ask those questions. And once again, I must encourage you to do take that opportunity to get in touch with parents, speak to them at the virtual parents' night, or actually, make an appointment to speak to them, even just if it's over the phone, about your daughter's suitability at another point in the next coming 4 weeks. Thank you very much for your patience in listening to this presentation. I hope it hasn't been too long. I hope it has given you all the information that you need. Like I say, if you have any questions at all, please contact any one of the people on that screen, and if the person can't answer the question, they will know somebody who can answer the question and will be able to help you out. Thank you, and good luck with your options, Year 9 students. Goodbye.